And everywhere you look in the news, you're hearing about drop-in rents. Here's Market Insider talking about the big decline of down 0.6%. Redfin, same thing, talking about cooling rents. They're down a 0.6%. And OC Register, great resource covering all of Southern California, says that rents are down 0.7%. What does this look like when we break it down to unit types in the different counties in Southern California? We're going to show you right now. Hey there, Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and we have been helping buyers and sellers and renters and landlords make the best data-driven decisions in this crazy market. So if you're ready to dive into the median values and number of units that have rented in Orange County, LA, Riverside, San Diego, San Bernardino, and Ventura counties, hit that like button. And let's get started. And starting with Orange County, big shout out to Michelle, my operations director. She crunches these numbers. It's actually the toughest report that we run, the most data intensive is that we have right now. Where does this data come from? Well, it comes from the California Regional Multiple Listing Service. That's where this is pulled. So everything that goes on the MLS ends up in this report. It's important to know that there are other resources for data and that the data is very fragmented. We've talked about this in other reports. Just as long as you're consistently looking at the same source, you'll be able to notice the trends. For example, Apartment List is pulling data from big apartment buildings, and you hear that a lot in the news. This is just a different subset of data. Obviously, not every property ends up on the multiple listing service, nor does it end up on these big websites. Some people just rent it out with a sign, etc. So we have it broken down by unit type. Studios on up to 4+, and we have 2023 going back to 2019. The black line is 2023, and I want you to watch the trend as you're going through this. You're going to see something interesting, and we see it here in Orange County, and that is that the black line is in the middle. And what that means is that the rental number is down as compared to years past. So 2019 is that light blue number. That actually is a much higher number for all the unit mixes. So not as many people are moving in Orange County. Take a look at the other counties. Moving into the rental rates based on the number of bedrooms, and this is very detailed and why it's a lot of work to break it down like this. What's important to remember too, that statistically significant numbers of rentals need to be there in order for the data to make much sense. You will find, for example, in Riverside, the studios, there just aren't that many that rent. So it's not very statistically significant for studios, but certainly as we get into the 2, 3, and 4+, statistically significant for most of the counties. And here is what's important. I want you to see we have year-over-year data. So for example, in Orange County, the 2-bedroom median is flat. It's $3,200. It's gone up a little bit for the 3-bedroom and the 4-bedroom. But what's important to see is right here, these years, it was a faster increase. And we saw that happen due to COVID. Rents were going through the roof. These increases have slowed, and in some cases, in some counties, you'll see that rents have gone back. Moving on to Los Angeles, a market that has just come out of eviction moratorium. We've done tons of content on that. Landlords can now evict for rent that isn't paid as of April 1st going forward. So you can see in these numbers, these are May numbers, that landlords could theoretically evict. There may be some more churn, but right now we're seeing that the black line is not the highest it's been for any of the different unit types. So it'll be interesting to continue to track this and see if we start to see more turnover in these numbers as folks are evicted. It's difficult to evict for back rent, for rent before the end of the eviction moratorium, although that will at some point in time sunset as well. Make sure you check out our content if you're interested in learning more about that as a landlord or renter. And now broken down by unit type, we can see certain units are flat. 1-bedroom, it is flat year over year. We see a reduction in the 2-bedroom price, and we see a reduction in the 4+, and that's a pretty significant reduction. We have $475 reduction for 4+. So rents are softening for certain unit types in Los Angeles. The 3-bedroom has continued to march up at a pretty consistent pace, but you can see that anything else other than a 3-bedroom, it's a reduction or flat. It's important to remember that the unit type matters when we're looking at the rental rate and what exactly is happening, whether it's going up or down. Looking at Riverside, as I mentioned, studios, not as many. 1-bedrooms, not as popular. Tends to be larger units that are more popular. What's interesting to see in 2020, you can see a trend where the 3 bedrooms were the most popular to rent, more so than 4 bedrooms. Whereas what we're seeing in 2023, we're seeing that 3 bedrooms aren't as popular, and actually 4s are a little more popular. So that's a shift in the demographic that's moving. That's another important thing to take a look. It could be lack of inventory for that particular unit mix. Maybe not as many people are moving, so it's leading to a flattening. Or it could be price-based as well. And now breaking it down by unit type, again, studio, not very statistically significant, not as many, but the other unit types, especially as they get larger, that is more significant. And we can see, again, that huge run-up in rental rates that we had during COVID. And we can see that rents have flattened out significantly. It's a much slower increase year over year. And for 4+, it's actually gone back $5. When you factor in inflation, that is a slightly larger drop in the rental rate year over year. So that's an interesting trend that we're seeing. We're definitely seeing a slowdown, if not a reduction, in rental rates in Riverside County. Are you thinking about buying or selling? The Wire Associates team is here for you. In San Bernardino, you can see 2019 a popular year to make a move, especially in the 4+. That black line 2023, definitely flatter, not as much movement going on. Slightly more 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms plus making a move in San Bernardino. And that is a distinct trend from where we saw pre-COVID. Definitely a difference in where people are moving and how people are moving in San Bernardino County. After the big run-ups in rental rates in San Bernardino, things have flattened, if not gone backwards. So we see 2, 3, and 4+ that rental rates are going backwards, and the increases have dramatically slowed. So definitely something to keep an eye on in San Bernardino if renting out a property. And Ventura always marching to its own drummer. Look at this big increase we have in the 3-bedroom movement and a slight reduction in the 4+, but a lot of movement. It looks like this is one of the strongest years for movement that we've had in Ventura County. People making a shift. They want to be in a different unit type. We can see that 3-bedroom is the sweet spot where the majority of the movers have decided they want to be. And the median rates in Ventura, interestingly, we see the 1s and 2s. We see a drop year over year. Same with the 3. So where all that movement was, we have a slight drop in the year over year rental rate. And the 4+, that's continued to go up. So we've got an increase there while we had a decrease from 2 years ago to the last year. Year over year we're higher, and year over 2 years we're higher for 4+. So we see the lower rate. So you'd expect in the 3 bedrooms to actually have gone up because so many people have moved to it. But maybe that's actually what's attracting people to go from a 4 to a 3. In San Diego, we can see that black line, that there's just not as much movement as years past. And definitely the 2-bedroom is the most popular unit type. And that seems to be historically the most popular unit type in San Diego. Let's check out rental rates. And as far as rental rates go, we can see the 1-bedroom is flat. 2-bedroom gone up a little bit, but you factor in inflation and that's flat. The 3 is definitely an increase there. We see a reduction in the 4+. So another market where things are starting to soften. As we continue to do these updates, it looks like we're going to see year over year changes in rents potentially continue to move in a negative fashion. Let us know in the comments below what you're seeing out there for your unit type in your neighborhood. Did you like the charts in this video and the data? Well, if you subscribe to our free weekly email newsletter, it'll be delivered right to your email inbox. And if you like this data, you are going to love this next video. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and we want to hear from you.